Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling, shake it up Saturday. Yes, it's that day of the week where we look at doing things out of the ordinary, but then we should always be looking every day to do things that are not in the norm, to break the routine up a little bit, give the day a little shake up, because if you get too set in your routine, life becomes blah. And it can just be like days just pass you by every day. So always look for ways that you can shake up your day. So today, yes, our day did get shaken up a bit. I actually got to go out for lunch with a friend, and I had decided I was going to leave Zephy behind to see how she did. We put a movie on for her. I always use either Lord of the Rings or The Hobbits because they're like nearly 4-hour movies. So I don't fear of her running out of a movie, but I just want the noise there for her. And I have tried different YouTube channels where they have music to help calm dogs when they're by themselves, or specifically designed for when dogs are by themselves. Zephy just gets hyper with those. She just gets hyper. Because I've sat here with the music, with those channels playing while I have been sitting here working, to get her used to hearing the sound, so that when I'm out of here, it's something familiar to her. Yep, no, not going to work. She is like up and down, up and down, up and down. And oh, thank you. Yes, I will look after that for you. Thank you. She's got a chew stick she just left at my feet to look after. So got the one of the security cameras temporarily put in place. Basically, it is just sitting on top of some stuff where I can see the whole inside of the RV except for the bedroom from where it is located, until I can figure out how to hang it upside down from the bottom of the cabinet, which will give me a much clearer view of everything and be able to see down to floor level because of the way the camera is shaped. So yeah, so I got to figure out how to drill the holes, because my drill is in the storage in this area, and I don't know exactly where it is in the storage unit, but it is in there. So we will figure that out. But for now, I have a temporary one set up, and I would tell you, my phone, every time Zephy moved, the phone would ding. Although when I'm away, I have to use because I'm out of the Wi-Fi range, I then have to kind of check back in again. So it's not giving me motion detection while I'm out, as well as, as much as it did when I was in the RV. And so we're just checking on Zephy every now and again through, I checked on her when I got to the restaurant, and the restaurant's like literally 5 minutes down the road. But it was good to catch up with Eileen again, and we had a lot of fun at lunch. So every now and again I'll pick up the phone and check it on Zephy, and should always be doing one of three things. Should be sitting, should be standing outside of her bed on the dashboard looking out the window. She was definitely whining, and a couple of times you'd actually hear her cry, and then she'd jump down off the dashboard and go out of view. I probably could have I wasn't fast enough to move the button to go to where I had it for the door or for the back of the RV, so I could see the rest of the RV. But I have it programmed for 3 separate positions. And oh God, I got hair and glitter everywhere. Yes, I am sparkling. And no, it is not a special effect on the camera. It is not a special effect on this live. It is actual glitter on my face, in my hair, on my hands. I have it everywhere. But then for lunch, I was wearing a shirt that said, "Don't let anyone dull your glitter," and I had glitter everywhere, which the waitress thought was kind of amusing when I got there. But I had the choice of sitting inside or outside, and so I said, I'm going to sit inside a restaurant. I said, I haven't sat inside a restaurant in almost 2 years. And she was like, really? I said, yeah. And I said, the last time I was at a restaurant, I sat outside on their patio. And so we got everything got settled, and Eileen arrived, and of course checking on Zephy. And on the way home in the car, I had the phone sitting on the seat with my sweatshirt over it to hold it in place, because I don't have my phone holder set up in the car yet. And so the microphone was putting towards me, and I had the earpiece on, but I wasn't sure which microphone was picking up. And I was talking to Zephy, and once I talked to her, she stopped whining, and she's standing up there. She's standing up there on the dashboard, looking out the window, looking around, trying to find where the voice is coming from. And I told her to sit. Boom, that bum hit the dashboard real fast. It was so fun. I was in because I was still in the parking lot before I moved, and she's standing there and she's waiting. I just started to go, Zephy, sit, and boom, that butt hit that. It just automatic instinct. And I thought, yes, that's great. So that's when I tucked my phone in beside my sweatshirt, so the microphone was pointing out, and started driving home. And the whole way home, I'm just talking to her, telling everything's okay. And I'm almost home, and every now and again you hear her coming across the thing. I know I shouldn't laugh. It was heartbreaking, and if I don't laugh, I'll cry. So then I got here, and she met me at the door, and she just laid into me. She just laid in. And I come in, and I give her a pet and go, hello, how you doing? You doing okay? And by which stage I turned the talking feature off on the phone and everything. And so I came in and spent some time with her and did my bit to put stuff away. And then, without talking to her about it or anything else, I left my shoes on, and I went over and I grabbed her harness and put that on her, and she's like, look, we're going for a walk. And we went out for a nice stroll around, and talked to a couple of neighbors while we were out walking, and then came back, and I was just sort of like thinking, I think I'm just going to go take a nap. I just feel like having a nap. And so I said to Zephy, you want to go take a nap? And she goes flying into the bedroom. She goes running into the bedroom, jumps up on the bed, turns around and looks at me. And of course, she's laying right where I'm going to be putting the blanket and everything. I said, I don't think you want to lay there. And I picked up the blanket and flipped it onto the bed and everything else. And of course, she comes out from underneath it and goes over to her bed area and lays down and looks at me. And so I got under the bed, under the blanket, and laid down. And she came over closer so we could scratch her behind the ears and stuff. And then I read for a bit, and then went and had a snooze. So I don't even know what time I laid down for a snooze or what time I woke up, but we just had a night. And when I woke up, she was still in the bed next to me with her nose on part of her, because she's got this quilt thing that kind of creates her little walls of her nest, and she had her nose on one of them, so that her nose was right next to my pillow, so I could just roll over and there would be this nose right here in my face. It was kind of cute. But yeah, so she's, where are you? Oh, there you are. She's waiting by the door. It's time for her WALK. So we're going to go for a walk now. And I was thinking about sitting down this afternoon and watching the last 3 episodes of Reacher, but then I realized it's warm in here because I hadn't left the windows open, and it was like 73 inside here. And to me, it just felt really warm. So we stuck the air on while we were napping. So now it's cooled down nicely. And I knew if I sat down in that recliner to watch that thing, to watch Reacher, I would fall asleep. So I figured, let's go have a nap now, go for a walk, come back, get dinner, sit down, and watch the last 3 episodes. And each episode's like around 45 or 47 minutes, depending which one you're watching. And so it's at an hour and a half, plus another half hour, so 2 hours. So about the length of a movie, just over 2 hours, about 2 hours and 15 minutes left to watch. And it's getting really good. I'm enjoying this series, and I hope they don't take too long to get season 2 out, because it's really good. I'm enjoying this. So, but anyway, so we're off to have a walk. What did you guys do today to shake up your day? What did you do that was out of the ordinary? I went and ate in a restaurant for the first time in almost 2 years. So actually sat in a restaurant, and I had a Philly cheesesteak with no onions or mushrooms, no onions or peppers, but I got them to add mushrooms. So that was really good. And I had it with hot fries. So the problem with when you order meals, or go out and pick them up and everything else, by the time you get home, everything's cold and you've got to reheat it all. And reheated fries just don't taste the same. So I actually had a meal today with hot fries, and I had the Philly cheesesteak with the chopped up steak, the cheese, and mushrooms. Oh, it was so good. It was awesome. Loved it. But anyway, I'm out of here. I got a DOG that wants to go for a WALK. So go out, enjoy the rest of your Shake It Up Saturday. If you haven't done anything different today to shake it up, make plans. Just turn around and say, we're going to go do this tonight. Go do it. Or we're going to do this tonight. Instead of doing this on a Saturday night that we normally do, we're going to do this instead. Change it up a bit. If you normally sit down and have family movie night, why not make it a family game night? Or vice versa. Just do something different, out of the norm. It's always good when you do stuff out of the norm. I just took my notes away. Ew, face, hello. Didn't realize how tired I looked. Oh my gosh. I'll get that taken care of. I'll get a good night's sleep instead of staying up till midnight watching Reacher. I won't be staying up till then. Yes. Only got 2.25 hours to watch, so we're good. Yeah, so go do something different tonight. Go for a drive. Chase the sunset if you can. I know California's coming up on sunset in an hour or so. So go down, if you're in California, go down the beach and watch the sunset. It's awesome when you go down the beach and watch sunsets. It's one thing I miss about Solana Beach is that Brad and I would hop in the car, and even though we could see the sunset from our place, there's a lot of houses and trees in the way between, in the half mile from our place, as the crow flies, from our place down to the beach. So we would go down to the beach there and watch the sunset, and it was beautiful. And we were in the parking lot one time, and we had a great place. We were on the end of a row, and we just had this great view of the sunset. And neither of us are really beachy people wanting to sit on sand and all that sort of stuff. So we just stayed in the Yukon, and this fire engine comes in, and they go and park at the back of the parking lot, and they sit there and watch the sunset. And as soon as it had set, they drove off. So even the firemen will come out and watch the sunset with you. It's kind of cool. But yeah, go watch the sunset tonight. If you haven't been out for a while, if you want to do something different tonight, go watch the sunset. And I love it when we do go walking in the dark, it's just looking up and seeing the stars. It is absolutely amazing. And there's a really, I love watching the stars. It's just absolutely beautiful just to sit there in the dark and look up and see this beautiful canopy above you with the twinkling stars and all of that. So anyway, I'm done. Time for a walk. You want to go for a walk, Zeph? Should we go for a walk? Yeah? Come on. She's like looking at me now like, really? Back out the window again. Anyway, go have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning for Serenity Sunday. And who knows where we will be when we come live, because we could be out in the car on our way to the dog park or after the dog park. Maybe. No, I won't be at the dog park. I don't like pulling out my phone and looking at it when I'm watching Zephy around the park. Just like keeping an eye on her. But anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We'll catch you back here bright and early tomorrow morning for Serenity Sunday. Hey, Conora.